You can't see them, but they're up there. It is extremely foggy here. We can't even see the neighbor's house. I'm itching to get outside and get everything cleaned up, and it just hasn't stopped raining. Everything's toppled over, wet, soggy, muddy, just very gross. I'm excited to rake the lawn and get all this garbage crap out of here. I don't know if anybody else is like this. I know where we live. I make sure that the yard is spotless before the winter comes. And then whenever all the snow melts, I have all this mess underneath, and I have no idea where it came from, how it got there. It's not like we throw garbage outside, so I just don't know. It happens every year. I just don't get it. So I don't know if I told you guys yesterday, I put a tire down because the hanging basket that I had up there with the bird feeder, had got knocked down with the wind, so I just decided to go ahead and put it in here. And the birds have been loving it. They don't, they just go in there and they eat it, and yep, they love it. So, oh, see how foggy it is? Like, this was all the stuff that I stored on the side of the house. I gotta go through that. He is gonna, they come up, I think it's like the 23rd of May. They're gonna come up and pick all, like, garbage up on the side of the road. So anything big, like, I know there's a rocking chair down there. There's just a bunch of stuff I gotta go through. A pool ladder. I might keep the pool ladder, though, for my garden. Use it as a trellis or something. So, we'll see. And then, that's, like, the fire pit. Jay had that the other day. He was burning just some personal papers and stuff like that I didn't want to recycle. And this was the original hole that we were going to start burning stuff in. But then it ended up raining. That got soaked. Oh, the geese are coming back. It ended up getting soaking wet, so it just kind of stayed there. But yeah, we just bought that rake the other day. Oops. Just kicked some water and I got my foot all wet. Oh, everything is just gross. Very, very gross. Yeah, I can't wait to take the rake, and I think I'm going to move my compost bin this year. I don't think that I'm going to leave it there. I don't know, I might bring it down to the garden. I don't know. Where would you guys say the best place to have a compost bin would be? I have it here just it's close to the house. I can walk out every night and throw my scraps in it, but I also have my clothes out here, and this year I want to do something with this space. It's you guys probably can't see it, but it's actually a hill. It just goes down all the way down to the bushes. So I don't really know what I could do. Oops. So I'm gonna go in because it's windy and I know that the camera picks up the wind. I'm gonna go make my little man some Sunday breakfast, and you guys can follow me along for the day. I tried to vlog a little bit yesterday. I think I only got like 2 clips, which you guys would have already seen by now because I'll just put them together and call it the weekend or whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna go in and feed him, and I don't know what the plans are today. I didn't really do much yesterday. My back was so sore. I just laid around most of the day. About 7 o'clock, took me about half an hour, just cleaned up the whole house, tidied up. The only thing I have to do are my dishes, but it's not a big deal. There's not that much. Alright, I will talk to you guys throughout the day sometime. The birds won't come over here when I'm here. They're all right there. And there. And up there. So I want to start planting some of the my vegetables that I have. I should have done it like 2 months ago, but I just haven't had the time. I don't know if I did a video. I know I took a picture and I put it on Instagram and Facebook, but I will show you guys the different things that we have this year to plant. First I'll start, just to get it out of the way, I got these little planters. There was 5 of them, I don't know, for like $1, maybe $1.25 at the dollar store. Came in a pack like that, so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to plant in what, but I have my permanent marker, and each thing will be labeled with what's in it. Now, typically I would have put a label on it. I just haven't got around to it, whatever. So I'm going to use a permanent marker and label everything. It's very important to label it because you don't want things to start popping up and you think you remember what was in it, but you really don't. And then I've got these tiny little pots here. I picked up 3 of those. These I got at Walmart. And then there was 3 little bases that didn't come with it. I had to purchase the bases separately. Just be careful you don't drop it. Alright, I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Okay, so, yeah, like I was saying, I purchased these at Walmart. I had to buy the pots separately, and then I had to buy these separately. You'd think they would come together, but they do not. So these little clay pots, I know for sure I have some cat grass. I'll be planting some cat grass in one of these little containers. It only takes 15 to 20 days for it to grow, so we'll see. We'll put a couple seeds in that and see how that turns out, and if they like it, well, I'll grow more, and maybe throughout the summer I'll grow them each their own little pot. We'll see. So I got some clay pots, some plastic pots, some clay pots, and some plastic pots. And then I have 2 bags of this potting soil here. This is from Walmart, that stuff. It's like $3.47 a bag. And then I got this potting mix. I want to say that I got this one at the dollar store. I'm not 100% sure. But it's another potting mix. I bought this first because Walmart didn't have theirs out, I don't think. I don't know. Anyways. And then I had picked up this set of growing. Now you could probably turn around and use an egg carton. It's like the same thing. They just made holes in the bottom. This was the pack. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There's 50. Basically, you can plant 50 plants. You plant 1 plant per... Oh, come on. There. So that's what it looks like. Just little, like I said, it's got holes in the bottom. Put a little bit of dirt in there, put a seed, and then those, you could just snap each one of them off when you're ready to plant them, and plant them right into the ground, because this will biodegrade. Or biodegrade, I don't know how you say it, but it's biodegradable. So I got these, and like I said, if you didn't want to purchase these, you could turn around and save some egg cartons. I have been saving egg cartons. There's a ton of ways that you can plant things. I have eggshells is another way. You could put little eggshells inside your egg containers. But I'm going to start with this, and if I need more options down the line, depending on how many seeds and stuff that I have, I'll find different alternatives to plant things. And then this was also purchased a little while back. I'm not quite sure. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there'd be like 24 or 36, sorry. these things here, you just add a little bit of water and they're all gonna puff up. And then you could put like 1 or 2 seeds per little thing. But when I put the water in that, I'll show you guys how that puffs up. I'm sure most of you gardeners already know that. And then for the seeds that I got, I have some parsnip. And I got some corn. There's supposed to be 2 packs of corn. I got 2 packs of corn. I don't know if corn's going to grow here. I'm going to try. If not, it'll be pretty stalks with no corn. And then I also have some pumpkin. We'll see if that's going to grow. And then we have some green beans. These ones here, I paid $1.89 for. They're heirloom. I'm pretty sure Mackenzie is non-GMO seeds, if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, but I got these green beans, and then I got some lettuce, and I got 2 things of Swiss chard. I got a pack of radishes. I know my uncle used to grow broccoli. He always had trouble with bugs and stuff like that. So I'm gonna see the ones that attract a lot of slugs and bugs. I'm gonna try to put them off into their own little area so they don't really attract the bugs to the other plants. But I'm gonna try to grow some broccoli. I ended up with 2 of those. And then I have watermelon, which I also don't know if that will grow. But I'm going to start my seeds in here and give it a try anyways. And then I just put some pepper seeds on a germinate from a pepper that I had in the fridge. The seeds look beautiful, so I'm going to germinate them and see if any of them sprout. If they do, then I'll plant those. These were some from my pepper plants last year, but they kind of look brown. I don't know if those will do anything, but after these guys are done germinating, I'll try these and see how they work. And then this was some dill. We usually buy it at a local farm in the fall, summer, fall time when they have all their produce and stuff out. They have some dill, and I just kept some of the seeds. It was covered in seeds. So I said, what the heck? And then we even threw some seeds out last fall, and it started to grow. So hopefully these will grow. Maybe I'll just do maybe one of these little clay pots. Just a sec. One of these little clay pots full of dill, maybe. And then I'm going to plant like a patch outside because I love dill. And then plus we can use it for our pickles and all that we're going to be canning. Alright. I also, at Walmart, purchased these multiplier onions. Basically, they're like little green onions. Not chives, yeah, green onions. We love these, so I'm hoping that we'll get a bunch of those. And these were only they were less than $2.50. Just not sure how much. And then these, we got the red onions. We love red onions. I like to dehydrate all this stuff, so I had bought all this before, and my son knows that I like to dehydrate stuff, so he thought I was dehydrating these little onions here, and he turned around and he hid them on me, but he hid them in the deep freeze. So and I only found them the next day. I didn't even realize they were gone until he was bringing me to school when he told me. So but yeah, it was too late. They were all mushy, and I was gonna keep them, and I looked yesterday and they were all moldy, so I really had to chuck them. And then I got some Spanish onions to plant as well. And then I'm sure, like, we usually do carrots, cucumbers. I'm gonna try to do some potatoes in bins, if I can get some seed potatoes. I don't even have to get seed potatoes. I could probably use some of my potatoes, just cut some of the eyes off, plant those. So, this video is already 8 minutes long. I'm going to go and start planting. First, I want to decide what I'm going to plant where, and I'm going to label it before I even start planting. Then that way there, I don't run into any trouble. So yeah, I'll write on these pots. This, I'm not sure, maybe I could write on right here, but it's like I don't know. I'll decide anyways, and whenever I get myself squared around, I'll be back and I'll explain to you what I decided to do. So I think what I am gonna do is in these 5 pots here, I'm gonna grow some Swiss chard, and then whenever it gets big enough, I think maybe to transplant outside, I'll transplant those outside. My catnip, I already wrote it down, cat grass, is going to be grown in one of these little pots. And then I'm going to use one of these and grow 10 individual Swiss chard. And then I'm going to use one of them and grow half parsnips and half lettuce. Now I'm going to have to go online and check to make sure these things can be grown together, close together, because some things don't like to be grown next to each other. So here I decided I'm going to just do one of them, half broccoli and half corn, just because I'm not sure if it's going to work all that great or not, so I prefer to not just waste one full one and waste the whole thing. So I'll do half broccoli, half corn, and this one I'll do half pumpkin, half watermelon. And then my last one, I will use and plant all my radishes. I'll plant all radishes in one of them. And then for this big guy over here that has the 36, I decided I was going to plant my green beans. And I think what I'll do is the 2 little pots that are left, I'll grow a little bit of dill in them. Try some dill. And then that way there I can keep one of the plants in the house and transplant another one, see how that works. Kind of like experimenting. So there's tomatoes that I would like to get, and I don't. Last year I didn't really have all that luck with tomatoes, so I might just go and purchase the little seedlings. I'll see. So there's tomatoes, cucumbers, carrots for sure that I want to get, some potatoes. As I go along and I see different things, I'll definitely pick it up. Swiss chard, lettuce. I'd like maybe some kale. Maybe some zucchini. I don't know. I'm gonna see. I know I was gonna purchase some rhubarb. I was talking to my uncle the other day, and he said he's got about 10 bushes up there, plants. He doesn't use them, so he said I was more than welcome to go and dig those up. So I will save myself the money, and I will go dig those up. Not quite sure when. I don't know if I should do it in the spring or wait till the fall. He's got some strawberry rhubarb. So yeah, I'm really excited. He was the one that gave me the chives. And the chives have been there for over 30 years. Just growing by his place. So, very excited about that. I'll bring you guys along this summer. See how things are growing. So, you guys will get in on that. So I'm just going to go and start filling things up with dirt. I don't think I need to bore you guys with that. Fill all my little containers up. Like I said, this I'll bring when I put the water in here. Like I said, most of you probably know already, but yeah, these puff up. Can't focus. Can never focus when I want it to, but so when these say that they take 53 days. So I'm going to plant those, and hopefully those will be good. And, well, my onions, I'll wait and just, I don't know how I'm going to do those. I really like the bin, growing things in bins because it's all contained, but I'll see. I don't know, I'll probably just put them right into the ground. But I can't get out work in my garden yet, and we can only plant things around the middle of June outside because of the risk of frost. So, I'm gonna go get this planted, and I'll be back and show you guys when it's all planted, okay? I'll be right back. Alright, so, okay, sorry it's so blurry. Over here I have all my Swiss chard here, I got my cat grass, my dill, and then I put all my extra seeds in there. I think I might keep them in a filled container to keep them safe from any moisture. And then in here I ended up putting all my green beans, and then I had to cover it with a little bit of dirt just until they start sprouting because the beans were too big for those types of little things, like I don't even know what you call them, little discs. I would not recommend planting them in there. Next time I'll go with something that's a little bit deeper because the beans themselves are just kind of big. So, and then here I have all like my radishes and my corn and all that stuff. I didn't even open that bag. And I still have some left from that bag over there. So this is the beginning of our vegetable garden. Now I have to go water everything and hope I'm gonna vlog it and log it so that I know when I started them and when things start to come up and what come up and all that stuff. So I am just gonna show you guys. Don't mind this little mess here, but that is what I got planted so far. Green onions here that I had put to regrow. You could see I had cut them down below there. It never focuses. Anyways, I had cut them down below, like right here. Oh, they just sprouted right back up. I should have planted them a little bit farther apart. I have some bulbs of those that will go outside as well, and I mean when I grab them at the store sometimes for 57 cents, you can regrow them. They regrow just fine. So that's a good little frugal tip. I'm sure a lot of you already do it, but for those of you who don't know, you guys can regrow green onions.